I can't believe I'm saying this, but back to school season is right around the corner. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you some new designs that Erin Condren will be launching during their upcoming back to school launch. So if you want to see what the team from Erin Condren has sent me to review for you, keep watching. I was gifted this collaboration box of goodies featuring artwork from Slovenia artist Alja Horvat. All of the items featuring her artwork will be available on the Erin Condren website on July 6th, but only to EC insiders. If you're not an insider, you'll have to wait until July 11th. I'll share more details about the perks of being an insider a little later. But first, if you're new here, hey, my name is Lauren, and on here I talk all things planning and self-care. Now let's dig into these items. So let me scoot this over to the side because this bag is huge and I'm probably not going to be able to get it all in frame, but I wanted you to see that I had all those things in the bag. This color, I believe, is probably called slate on the site. I'll pop up the correction if I'm wrong, but you'll have the option, as most totes, you'll have the option to get this color, which is like a blue gray, which I like this color. And or you can get a natural, I believe it's called natural, and then black. So this tote has a pocket on this side and then another pocket on this side, which I have my water bottle handy. This is like a 22 ounce and it fits it perfectly. So it's a nice big pocket to hold a water bottle. And for size, let's see, like the bottom, that stack was perfect in here. And it still had room for more books. So if you can see, these are like 7x9 size, and then the bag still has this much room. So that's like how deep it is. But this is a huge, good quality canvas tote bag. Inside, there isn't any pockets in here, but it's just, you know, a bag. It has a tag in here. You can wash it, tumble dry low. I would make sure to turn it inside out because of this design. I'm not sure how well this will wash, but definitely I probably wouldn't dry this. I would maybe wash it, but I wouldn't dry this because I'd be afraid of this. But you see it has the artist's name on here. This pattern and this bag, actually, my daughter has already claimed as hers, by the way. It matches the new bathing suit that we bought her this season. So that's why I say this collection is definitely like teen loved, because it just matches what's trending right now. There is one item they gave me, the life planner. This is an 18-month beast. I've never held in my hand an 18-month planner before, so this is the first time, and my first impression is, oh my god, this is huge and this is heavy. This coil is definitely significantly bigger than a 12-month coil, but it's packed. So, but this print is basically what is on this bag. So when it comes to the artist collections, the way that Erin Condren typically has them is they have multiple designs with the artist, and then you'll have the option to get those designs on different things. So you can get them on the totes. I know for sure because they sent me a tote. And then so you should be able to get, if not this print, you might be able to get this design on a tote, this design on a tote, and even this design on a tote. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Erin Condren didn't send me like all the specifics of all the products and all the things, but that's typically how it goes when it comes to artist collaborations that they do. So this notebook is actually an upgraded, this has a rose gold coil. However, I do not believe there's going to be an upcharge on this. Again, with the artist collections, usually what they do is they offer some kind of a notebook, and typically it's a lined notebook like this one is. And you wouldn't have the option to pick what kind of notebook it is. Usually on the Erin Condren site, you can choose lined, dot grid, graph paper, a productivity layout, a notes layout. all different kinds. But when they have the artist collections, sometimes they have an option like this where it has an upgraded coil, and then usually the cover kind of matches the coil, and you get it for way cheaper than if you were to try and do an upgrade, because normally a coil upgrade by itself is $10. And so this notebook should be priced at, if I compare it to other stuff, the notebook should be priced at about $20.50 based on what other artists collaborations have been in the past. So it may be off by a dollar or two, but just so you have an idea. I'll make sure to leave links in the description once these things launch. If you do not want to get a notebook, you should be able to get just this cover by itself. Typically with the artist launches, you should be able to purchase the covers by themselves. And so that's what the back looks like. And you do have the option to customize it over here how you want. They put on here, be brave, be bold, be brilliant. So you see how there's a different style font on the top and then a different on the bottom. So depending on what you want to say, you just be aware that this is what the font is going to look like on the top line, and this is what it'll look like on the bottom. Let me scoot this over out of the way. Okay, this is a cover by itself. They sent me just this cover by itself, which I'm going to do something with this here in a minute because I like this cover. Out of all these designs, this one is my favorite. Typically, when it comes to like flowery type designs, this is not what I gravitate to. I do not gravitate to this sort of thing or this kind of design. It's just not my style of flower. It's pretty and it's cute. And actually, I started to say earlier that the color on here for this print is definitely much more vibrant than what's on the cover. So just like something to keep in mind is that I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but I can totally tell in person that the brightness on here is so much more vibrant than on the cover design that matches. There is another creator, Amanda's Favorites. If you haven't heard from her, I'll drop a link in her description. But the she has an experience with using totes. She's purchased several of them or has been gifted some, and she's used them, and she has found that they wear really well. So I trust that if she's saying that these are really good as far as like the design on them, that it'll hold up. I do believe it will. And I think she might have mentioned before about the whole washing it thing. But anyway, I thought I'd bring that up since I haven't really gotten a chance to use this. I do have a mesh bag, which is a different style of bag, and that is probably going to be offered as well with a design like this on the site. But that bag was also canvas or is also canvas, and it was something that came in a surprise box one year, and that bag I find very helpful. I use that to help carry books when I go to and from the library with my kids. So that's an idea for like uses for this. This one is so big, I see this being something for perfect for traveling, like especially if you're holding like beach towels or blankets and things like that to the beach or the lake, something like that. I see this bag being great for something like that. Okay, this video is all over the place, but okay, here's the notepad, and it is a 2-pack, and I don't have it like cut open just yet, but it's the exact same thing. And I already wrote on here with the new Gem Tones gel pens. The website, they already have a set like this, a 6-pack, but different colors. So these are going to be new for the back to school launch, and these are what the colors are. It told me on the back, so I didn't have to guess, but they are not written on the pen itself. I will say, using this pen, it is not a click point, and so you do have, it has a cap, and you're going to have to take the cap on and off. But what I noticed about it, oh, and I will say that this body, the way this feels, I don't, if you for some reason have one of these pens, this is like one of the new frictions. What this feels like is almost exactly what this feels like right here, and I just happened to know what that felt like because I use this one all the time. And so that was my first thought when I first picked up these pens. But so it makes it nice. It's like a nice grip, so my finger's not sliding. It is like a cap, and when you put it on this side though, it kind of doesn't click on this end. So if I were to write, or if I were to like talk, you know how sometimes you're talking when you're writing, or when you have a pen in your hand, you're talking to somebody, it like wiggles off. So I would just keep that in mind. That may or may not be an issue. You may just want to keep the cap off and not actually put it on the back end of it when you're using it. I didn't. I just pulled it off, wrote, and then capped it. But I did test this out on here on this paper, and I also tested it out on a regular lined notebook, because this paper, even though this paper is 80-pound paper, it's not the same texture as the notebook paper. Like the notebook paper, if you're unfamiliar with Erin Condren notebook paper, this is more toothy. And then the note paper for their notepads is a little bit slicker. It's not super slick, but it's a little bit less toothy. And so being that these are gel pens, I found the writing experience on the notepad to be not as pleasant as it is to write on it in the actual notebook paper. So whatever paper is in the notebook is the same paper as what's in the life planner, which I'll go ahead and show you here in a minute. So the life planners launched in, was it April? The ones that are going to start in July. Erin Condren typically releases their new designs for the July start planners, and I cannot get this back in the box. There we go. So you still have the ability right now to purchase an 18-month planner if that's something that you are interested in doing. So the 18-month planners are only offered this time of the year, and it starts in July and it'll go all the way through to the end of 2024. So the last month in here would be December 2024, and then that way you have like a lot of extra time to use this planner. They did send this to me with an upgraded coil, which is $10, and I do not have, hold on. Okay, I went to go grab a 12-month planner because I want to see the coil sizes right next to each other to show you. And this is like a regular standard coil. If you don't upgrade, this is the color option that it will be. But this gold one, if you can tell on the camera how much bigger it is, it looks to me like it's an extra half an inch, maybe. I don't know. I don't have a ruler right in front of me, but hopefully you can tell that it is like the coil size is much bigger. And a lot of people like to, if they use a lot of stickers in their planning or add a lot of extra things like snap-in accessories and dashboards from Erin Condren, then they opt for something like this because it has the bigger coil and only costs an extra $5 to get the 18-month versus a 12-month. And then what they do is they rip out the 6 months that they don't need, and then they have that extra space on the coil for things like that. So what I'm going to do, because I feel like the design they sent me on the inside of this is their new wildflowers print. I think that this cover matches better with both the gold coil that they put on here and the tabs, the color of the tabs. And you see the artist name is on here, so you would never forget if it is an artist collaboration. So I'm gonna pop this on here. That was real time. Sometimes it takes me longer. So let's see, I'll pop this one off and you'll see what I mean about how I feel like this cover, even though it has some of the same, like the pinks and the purples look okay, but I don't think any of the other colors go well with these color tabs. But I think, oops, that's the same one. Hold on, let me put this together. Make sure to keep that. I think this looks so much more calming. That's just my vibe. There we go. I think that looks so much better. That combination looks so much better to me. Looks more peaceful. So if you already have a planner that has the wildflower tabs, now you know that this new cover from the artist, I had to look up her name, how to pronounce it. It's Alja Horvat. It almost sounds like a Spanish pronunciation, so like my Spanish roots were very helpful there with being able to pronounce it. But let me go ahead and do a quick flip through of this planner in case you have not seen it. I don't think I've seen anybody review this particular layout. This is the wildflowers with the horizontal layout. So it comes with all life planners come with a snap-in bookmark. So that was on the front. And then you get this vellum sheet that just has some asterisks on it, your name page, and then a spread that has the design that you've chosen. So the wildflowers has this like 2-page spread, all these pretty wildflowers. I love how calming these colors are. And it actually looks really pretty with this coil, at least on this page it does. Then you have the calendar page with July 2023 all the way up until December 2024, which spans the entire 18 months of this planner, since this is an 18-month planner. And these are Sunday start calendars. Then you have what has become affectionately known in the community as the 12 boxes page. So it used to say something up here about goals, but they have changed it to now it says have enough courage to start and enough heart to finish. So basically leaves it open for you to use however you want. Since there are 12 boxes, a lot of people use this as a breakdown for 12 months of the year. Then you have a blank notes page here, just has a little Erin Condren asterisk on the corner. And then, did I say blank notes page? I meant line notes page. So it does have lines. And then you jump into the month. So every month starts with a page like this, and it all have different quotes on it. And then you go into the month. So again, the tabs are attached to the month. So it makes it really easy. So if you're going to flip to whatever month you want to, super easy that way. And these are Sunday start calendars. So some people, that's what they like. Right now, that's the only option you have with Erin Condren. You do have a lined notes section here. And then the holidays are noted on the actual planner towards the bottom. Then the next page has another asterisk, and this is going to match the design color for that month. So for this month, it's like this purple pink color, which there are a couple other colors that look purple pink, but anyway, let's just go with that unscientific name. And then this is what is called the dashboard page. And this year they decided to put the design aspect in the background and then just kept some color on it like that, as opposed to trying to put some flowery patterns in this space, which I think was a good choice because then you aren't wasting space with designs. So this becomes more functional. Of course, if you use a lot of stickers and you want to cover things up, that makes this difficult because you would have to like cover up all the background. But this is the only, I feel like there was something else I was going to say, but then my daughter walked over here, so I don't know. We'll have to see. If editing Lauren knows, she'll pop it up. Then it turns to the week. So this is what the layout looks like. When it says horizontal layout, this is what it means. It means that the week spread is broken down horizontally in this way. So where you have lined section for the day, and then next to it you have a blank box to do with what you want. So the holidays, if there is one on that day, is going to be printed right here on this little corner. And you could, of course, white those out if those do not apply to you, or if you do not care to have the holidays on here. But that's how they have it. And every week has a little calendar on the bottom corner that shows you what the current month is. And then there's a section down here that you can use for extra line note spaces, like making lists, I suppose, for the week. That's what you could use this space for. And so I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but the color changes from here to here when the first starts. And this is because Erin Condren typically has a set color for each month. And then when it changes to a new month, then the color will change. So when I turn the page, you'll see that all these now match because this is all a full July week. So what I'm going to do now is just flip through the pages so you can kind of see what all the other colors are. But at the end of the month, before you jump into the next one, you do have another lined notes page here to do what you want, and it matches the color of the coming up month. So you could decide to use this to maybe reflect on the last month that just finished, or make notes for things that you want to do for this previous month. But I think just for design choice, that's why they matched this together, just because when you have it open, so it doesn't really matter, you can do with it how you want. But I'm gonna go ahead and flip through so you can see what the designs look like on the month and how it looks on the dashboard, and then what one of the weeks look like so you can see the colors. And then I'll flip to the tab. This blue kind of reminds me of this color. It matches very well. I believe this is where the colors are starting to rotate back again. But I'm trying to see if there's like a rotation of the colors here. Okay, this does kind of look like the July tab. For a minute, it didn't look like it. It looked a little bit like the February, but okay, never mind. So yeah, now the colors are starting to rotate. So this is the color rotation that you have. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 6 colors, and then they rotate and they start over. So then you'll have this. But I will still show you because the flowers I think are a little bit different. Let's see if the March flower is the same as the September flower. So yeah, these two tabs are identical, and it looks like the quote is identical as well. So it looks like when the colors change, then it also repeats itself on the calendar. So I'm not going to continue to go through everything because that's how it's going to repeat. It repeats through those 6 different flowers. And then at the end of the planner, you do have a few notes pages back here. Not too many, but you do have a few. So the end of the month for December ends with a lined notes page. And then you get this tabbed page here that's like the same thicker cardstock consistency as the other pages. So all of the calendar pages have on this side of it, I should have mentioned that earlier, on this side of it is a little bit of a thicker cardstock page, the one that has the tab on it. And then the rest of the pages are just the regular Erin Condren pages. But then you get to the notes section. So if you want to count, like starting with this page, we'll start with this page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it goes to this heritage and awareness of observances, which all of these holidays are going to be listed in the actual planner itself. So you shouldn't have to worry about this, but this is a good reference in case like you're like, when is that day? Rather than flipping through all of the months, you can just turn to this page and look for it. Then you have a contacts page, which some people end up turning into a different purpose for. So it does have a space for the name, and then it has 2 little dots in a color, and it rotates through the colors of the planner, the theme. And then at the very back, you have a calendar for 2025 so that you can forward plan in case you have plans, as you get closer and closer to the year ending, you might start having appointments, and then you can use this spot to like pop those in. I probably would use like a sticky note to like stick over right here and list out stuff like that rather than actually physically writing on here, but that's just me. And then you've got the end of the planner with information about Erin Condren. It says that they are a female-led company obsessed with organization and dedicated to design. Our Erin Condren team loves creating products to help you get organized, reach your goals, and bring you joy. From our high-quality planners, notebooks, stationery, to our office and school supplies, accessories, or travel accessories, and more, each item is thoughtfully crafted to add more fun and function to your day. Shop our full line of joyful everyday essentials at erincondren.com. So at the end of the planner, you do get these beautiful stickers. I'm seeing these for the first time. These are in the wildflower print, and then some more. This has this one and this one have the regular gold coil, and then this has the silver foiling, and these have the rose gold foiling on it. And then they come with a pocket folder, and in this design, it's this really pretty purple. And then you do get a perpetual calendar, which has in it a page for every month of the year. And then at the end, it does have the standard holidays and a section for like important contacts and passwords if you want that. But any holiday in here is pretty much listed in here. If it varies, it's just got an asterisk attached. Obviously, if it doesn't vary, then they put the number of when that holiday occurs. So that is included. And then on the other side of this pocket, they put some compliment cards, and there's some coupons right here. And this is a welcome card. Everyone who gets a life planner, you get a welcome card, and then you get some coupons to use towards future purchases. And they always send some compliment cards. And on the back, it's just blank. And then that's the end of the 18-month planner in the horizontal layout. I think I went over everything. I showed you what these colors look like on here. I am actually not someone who writes with colored ink. That's just not my thing. But I do like that in this particular box, they included a black. I feel like, and I think a lot of people in the community feel the same way, that whenever Erin Condren comes out with some kind of colorful pack of writing tools, that they should always include a black in it, just because that's standard. And then it helps so that like those of us like me who just always only write with black, we get that color option for us, because I did find writing with this gel pen nice. It is a thicker line. I would say 0.7, maybe even a 1.0 millimeter tip, but It could be just that like they were new and just really inky because they were new right out the box. But it doesn't say on the box itself like what the pen tip size is. So like I mentioned earlier, I was going to come back and talk about the Erin Condren Insiders program. So if you are new and you are seeing this for the first time and you're like, who is this Erin Condren, and like, how come I never heard about it before? That was me in early 2021. So I feel you. I got you. Like I mentioned, this stuff is going to launch these cover design options, and then this pack of pens will be available for EC Insiders only starting on July the 6th. If you want to get access to it whenever it does launch, it's also going to be launching like other back to school items that I did not show you here that I was not gifted. So to join, it's free. The EC Insiders is basically just gives you access early to launches, but then it also is like a rewards program so that every time you shop, then you earn points that you can use towards, you can like redeem towards future purchases. After you've accumulated a certain number of points, you can get like a dollar amount off, and then you can use that towards a purchase. With this launch, they are going to actually be doubling points between July 6th through the 10th. And then I'll make sure to leave a link in the description. If you are brand new to Erin Condren as an insider, then I have a link down there that is going to give you a $10 off coupon that you can use during the launch. So you would have to just click the link and sign up. It is my affiliate link, and you will get sent an email with a $10 off coupon. That coupon code is going to be good for you to use, and you can use it during that sale. I do believe that there is also going to be, I do believe there's going to also be like a 20% off for more accessories. But I'm saying that questioningly because I feel like that's what's standard, but I could be wrong. I think standardly, if you add like 4 more accessories, which an accessory would be like a cover. If you just got a cover, I think, and obviously pens, that those are accessories. So this would be one accessory item. This is a second accessory item. If you're getting accessories, I'm not sure if the tote bag counts as an accessory. It may. The only way you're going to know is if you add everything into your cart. And then once you've got that 4th accessory item, you'll see the discount pop up. But I think normally we get 15% off on that. And then for this, for launch, I do believe they're doing a 20% off. I'll make sure to like correct myself, or if you're not seeing this, then I edited it out because I was completely wrong. For some reason, I don't see it in my notes right here, but I feel like that was what's going to be part of the sale. Anyway, if you do not become an insider, then you will have to wait until July the 11th to head to the EC site to purchase any of these designs that you see here, or any of the other new items that will be launching during the back to school launch. So you're gonna have to let me know in the comments if you are like me and you've just always loved shopping for back to school. If you now are a parent and then you like going shopping with your kids, or maybe you don't. I actually kind of stressed out a little bit because the list of things that they give you for back to school is insane. But this year I've told the girls, the last couple years we've been shopping online and getting the things and avoiding the whole Hunger Games of going to Target and buying school supplies in person. So I told them that this year we'll start early and maybe just go to Target like every week or something like that, until we've gotten everything, or hit up all the different places, like the Office Depot store and all the things, until we've stacked up on the stuff. But if you're like me and you just like school supplies shopping in general, and you just always liked it. I know when I worked in an office, I'm a stay-at-home mom now, but when I worked in an office, I used to make any excuse I could to go to the office store and get some supplies for my desk at work. Was that just me? Anyway, I hope that you found this video helpful in showing you some new design options, and maybe if this was the first time that you were introduced to the brand, hey, let me know in the comments and say, hey, like, I didn't even know about Erin Condren and now I do, so thanks for sharing. I want to thank Sam and Tori, the team at Erin Condren, for sending this stuff to me to review. I am looking forward to passing along some of these things to my daughter because she's obsessed. But anyway, if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more planning content about, other Erin Condren things and self-care, make sure you are subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.